Danielle Hewston, welcome to Medicine in Meadville.
Thank you.
Tell us about you. Where are you from originally? I already know this, but and where you went to school and that sort of stuff?
I'm originally from Coney Lake. I graduated from Coney Lake High School, attended Pitt in Oakland, transferred to IUP, and got my degree in art education there. And I'm currently teaching here at Saegertown High School, getting my master's through Gannon right now. And
I went to Pitt for grad school in Oakland too. That was an experience when I first got there, and I'm from Westmead. You're from Coney Lake, right? I'm from Westmead. The first day, I'm walking down the street and someone pulls up, "Hey, where's the Vietnamese deli?" And I'm like, "What?" I don't even, Well, by the time my year was up, I knew where it was, and there actually were two. I discovered that. So Vietnamese deli, yeah.
Oakland Ave, maybe.
Yeah. So I literally parked the car and I'm walking to the school, and it's someone's, "Where's the Vietnamese deli?" I'm like, I don't even know where I am, let alone where anything is. Yeah. Anyways, what was it like going to a big school after coming from a small town?
It was an experience. It was a little different. That's actually why I chose to go to Pitt initially. It was I wanted to experience the city, though it was fun. I think I prefer a little smaller class sizes than what they had, but that was just I had
a class at Pitt, and I had as many students in the class as I had in my entire graduating class at Meadville, at Meadville High School, and you probably had similar experiences.
Double.
And also, there's maybe a cultural thing that you come across in a big city that you have less of in a small town. I worked part-time for a contractor there, fixing roof damage and that kind of stuff. And you want to get a gyro? And what's a gyro? Now I can't. I love Greek food now. That sort of thing was kind of missing in my growing up in a small town. But
right. But we have Eddie's.
Yeah, well, yeah, that's right. They don't have that. Those guys
don't have gyros. But.
Yeah, they don't have that in the big city. So they're the ones that are missing out. That's the way I look at it. Tell us about the project. How'd you get to the school board, anyways? And that's how I heard about this. Got up to the school board.
You know what? It was a snowball. I was asked for student artwork, and of course I'm happy and willing to provide that, pretty much anytime I'm asked, or at least try to provide that anytime I'm asked, because I think it's great to let the kids at least showcase their work in the community so that the community is aware of what it is they're doing in the classroom. And plus, they're great work. So I just kind of passed it along, and apparently it was very well received, and so well received that there's displays upon displays coming at Meadville Medical Center, which I think is excellent.
Tell us about the assignments. What were you after the students to do? What were you after for them to show? What were the tasks you were working on? Were they dealing with colors? Are they dealing with light and dark? Explain. Give me the technical stuff.
Initially, the projects that are currently on display were from the beginning of the year, so we were really driving home color theory and elements and principles of design. So the Zentangles was more line work and shape versus form and texture, rhythm, pattern, movement, all of that. There's color wheels that are on display, which are actually also behind me.
Okay.
Josephine's is on display right now, and that was color theory. So they were making monochromatic color schemes within each slice and then getting the entire spectrum in the color wheel. So it was really the fundamentals that I was driving home at the beginning of the school year, and now we've kind of branched off into some different areas. So.
The one that I enjoyed was the shape of a bear, but it was in strips, color and black and white, and within the colors, you look real close, you can see it looks like pieces of advertisements or things for magazines. I was picking up pieces of look like different things, maybe for makeup or for clothing or whatever that was in the bear.
It was from a magazine.
The thing that said to me, well, let me ask you, are the students telling a story with something like that? Why'd that student pick a bear?
I tried to leave the assignment somewhat open and say, this is what we're doing, and I would like you to choose, for that instance, an animal. She chose a bear, and it was a recycled art project, so we were using magazines, newspapers, and things like that, basically to comprise and compose the composition.
There's a bear that sneaks around my neighborhood from time to time. I just live in Westmead Township, and I set up my trail camera one time and got pictures of the bear knocking over the neighbor's bird feeder. Anyways, slightly off the topic, but so the bear was the first thing I saw was the bear. Oh, look at that! Isn't that cool?
Turned out nice. Yes.
Well, how are the students taking to it? What's been their reaction?
I'm not going to lie. At first, they were a little apprehensive. New art teacher.
Well, I'm about displaying out to the public, that part of it, or?
Yeah, that too.
Okay.
They apprehensive about having their artwork displayed, but you gotta kind of spin it so that they realize that it's a good thing, because it is. It's beneficial, and now I think they're pretty much excited and accepting and almost nonchalant about it. But yeah, go ahead, send it. So.
Well, okay. What's next? You have some more challenges for them to. Maybe you're not allowed to tell yet. It's a secret stuff.
I do have some secrets. We're going to be moving into our ceramics unit in the spring. So that's really fun and messy, and something to keep them motivated through the end of the year. So this room will be a complete dust ball disaster, but it'll be great.
I talked to Mr. Wilson and Mrs. Kantz a little bit ago about the whole person, the whole student, not just how they did in algebra, and not just how they did in English and all that kind of stuff, but why art's important. Let me ask you that same question. You chose to be an art teacher. Why? What does that mean?
I could go on. You honestly don't have enough time for me to explain why art is important in a curriculum, but I feel that, in a nutshell, art basically encompasses and reinforces all the core curriculum. It also is a production-based subject and experience for the students. So you're always hearing about differentiated instruction and getting every student. There's no way not to differentiate instruction in art or any production-based subjects such as like shop or home ec or anything like that. So it's really making sure that every student is being addressed and they're having fun, and if they're learning because they have to show you it. So really that's a loaded question.
No.
How long would you like me to talk on that?
That was good, and let me tell you my reaction as a student, way back, and that was a long time ago, way back in the day, but I like doing stuff with my hands, and I think this is what you said, at the end of the class or at the end of the day or whatever, there was something that was done. Mm-hmm. My work now is administrative a lot of times, and sometimes you don't see the output from your work, maybe a year, maybe multiple years, maybe you don't see it at all, and maybe it happens way later. Something that I really enjoy the Make a Difference Day project that United Way puts together every year, and there's someone this newly confined to a wheelchair. At the end of the day, they got a ramp. They can get in and out of their house. And I love things like that. That you can see the output at the end. And I like doing stuff with my hands. So, and I bet you probably have some students that are like me, that have a short attention span. Is that the word? And they want to see they want to see stuff happening. They want to see things being done.
Right, and then they take pride in what they've done too, which is a great thing. That isn't necessarily. Some students might not take pride in getting an A on a math test, which I would hope they all would, but, this is a different form of expression and creativity for them, and a different type of pride in their schoolwork here that we...
Broad question again. How's it going? I mean, how do you like your choice of coming to Saegertown High School and your choice of, being a teacher and all that kind of stuff? Still, you're fairly new in your career.
Fairly. I tell the kids every day, well, not every day, but enough, that I definitely have the best job in the world. I mean, I come to school, I hang out with great group of kids, I play with paint. How does it not get any better? And Saegertown High School, amazing. The kids are wonderful, the administration's wonderful, super supportive, the faculty here all works together. I can't say enough great things about Saegertown.
Well, with my Meadville Medical Center hat on, thank you for doing that. I think you're brightening the day of some kids that might be a little stressed out going to their therapy visit for speech therapy or OT or whatever, and the adults that are maybe on a rehab floor, and they're seeing that kind of brightens up their day. So you don't realize how all that impact is going out there. And maybe, like I said to you before, but I like to see things that happen fast. And, this is one that I've already heard a lot of positives around the hospital about it. So thank you.
Oh, good.
Thank you for doing that.
You're welcome.
What a wonderful idea.
Thank you.
So we will try and track down some of your students here and see if we can get some brave ones to talk with me on camera. So
I'm sure you will.
I'm looking forward to that.
All right.
Joining us now is Brianna Boyd. Brianna, welcome to
Hi.
Medicine Meadville. Is this your first time on Medicine Meadville TV show?
Yes.
How about any TV show? Is this your first time on any TV show?
Yes.
Wow. Are you nervous? Are you scared?
Yes.
You have to tell me after if it was okay.
Okay,
All right.
I will.
Well, tell us about you. So I bet you're from Saegertown.
Yes,
Okay.
I'm a senior, and this is my 4th year in art.
Really?
Yeah.
How do they treat you here at Saegertown High School?
Good.
I have been here myself a number of times for a bunch of different events, and it's one of my favorite places to come to. So, well, tell us about your art program here.
Well,
Where'd your interest come from? Have you always been
yeah, I've
inclined
always
this way?
loved
And
doing art.
What's your favorite kind of things to work on?
I like to work with clay and painting.
Okay. Tell us about your project. I went past the display at Meadville Medical Center at Grove Street yesterday and saw some of the beautiful things up there. Tell us about yours that's there.
Well, we did the Zentangle, which is you can pick an animal and then you put a whole bunch of shapes in it. And then we did the
A way of representing something
Yeah.
in a creative way, and
Yeah.
lots of colors and lots of shapes and all that kind of stuff. Okay, we'll see some of that as we're going along here. But tell us about your motivation. What were you thinking about? What were you trying to show? Is it color? Is it shapes? Is it
shapes and just like happy things. So like I put a bunch of flowers in mine and like hearts and fun shapes and lots of color.
I got to ask you though, what's a pom pom zombie I see in your shirt? What's that about?
Oh, it's our school production musical.
Okay, so you're involved in a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
What other stuff? What other stuff are you involved in?
I'm the vice president for student council,
Very good.
National Honor Society, Math and Science Club, and art club.
Well, I think it's great that the folks out there get to see some of the cool stuff that's going on, meet some nice people like yourself. And what are your plans? Are you going to go to college?
I'm going to go to Slippery Rock.
What are you going to study? Have you decided that yet?
Biology.
What do you think after that?
Um,
Come and work at Meadville Medical Center. We could use you.
yeah.
Good. Okay. I can think of lots of things for down the road that will be important jobs for down the road. I had a cousin who went to Slippery Rock, and he works in the natural gas exploration field now, and tremendous field. Rather, he came and worked at Meadville Medical Center, but that's okay. That there's lots of good things that are going on out there. Well, Brianna, thank you.
Thank you.
Was this okay?
Yeah, it was good.
Was it scary or anything?
No.
Good. Well, you're an expert now. Maybe you can go in the news field somewhere
Maybe.
down the road.
That would work.
Yeah,
That would
very
be
good.
cool.
Well, Brianna, thank you for joining us.
Thank you.
Joining us now, Josephine Navani. Josephine, welcome to Medicine Meadville. Now, are you a returning veteran? Have you been on TV before on Medicine Meadville?
Well, I have been on the Armstrong channel before
Perfect.
with the chamber
Great.
singers when we go to sing.
Awesome.
For
That's great.
yeah.
And Matt Peters. Matt, welcome. How about you? You're a returning veteran to Armstrong or any
No.
other TV show? Well, first timer. Good to have you on. What's with the zombies? I'm hearing a lot about zombies here at Saegertown High School.
Yep, it's our musical that we're having tonight and tomorrow at the school.
Every time I turn on my TV, there seems like there's something about zombies going on. So even live, you can come to Saegertown High School and get to see the zombie. Well, okay, we're talking about art class today. So tell us about your projects, whoever wants to start, that are displayed at Meadville Medical Center right now.
Okay, well, mine is a Zentangle, and basically it's a bunch of circles with different patterns in it, just to display different kind of patterns and shading. So it was a neat project.
Josephine, how about yours?
The one I have is the color wheel. We took like just a little slice of a circle with some sort of pattern on it, and then we kept repeating it throughout the circle, and then each slice is a different color of the color wheel.
Do the colors in a certain sequence stay the way they are in nature? Was that part of the deal? Is that part of the assignment?
Yeah, just like the basic, like from like the spectrum of colors.
Let me ask you, this will be the hard question of the interview here. Kids are kind of stressed out when they're coming to see the therapist and they're coming through that hallway and so on. How does that make you feel that maybe you're going to help somebody be a little happier on what could be a stressful time?
I think it feels really good to be able to help someone in that way.
In general, how do you feel about how you're doing it and what are your plans after, but how things are going here at school and you're getting involved in community things like that, which is a great thing. But how's it going? And what's your plans? Start with you, Matt.
It's going good. I'm not really sure what I want to do like after school, but I'm thinking something in the art field, possibly, sort of like that.
Is Miss Hewston, is she inspiring you? Maybe you might want to be in a teaching role someday or something like
Possibly.
that? Possibly. Okay. She's pretty good egg. She's all right. What about you, Justin? What do you think for later on?
I'm gonna do something with art. Like I pretty much decided that because like that's the one thing that I really like to do, but I'm not sure specifically yet.
When I was your age and when I was in college, I enjoyed art things. Later on, I like making things now. In fact, even a thing I work on with Armstrong with TV, we sometimes make craft projects. I call them craft projects, picnic table or an Adirondack chair or something like that for a TV show sometimes. So there's ways to incorporate that and have fun with that, lots of times later on in your life. Well, thank you for being with us, and thank you for talking about your projects, and also thanks for doing that at the hospital. That's a wonderful thing, and people are appreciating that. So. I'll just say thank you from me and from everybody at Meadville Medical Center for doing that. So
Thank you.
Yeah, thanks for displaying it. I mean,
Yeah.
like having people see it, I guess, too.
that's great. That's great. Well, as you can see, we got some pretty cool things going on here in the art class at Saegertown High School. Thanks to Danielle Hewston for hosting us today and for showing off some of these great things that they're doing. A, and B, thanks to her for also having her students make some great artwork that's being displayed at Meadville Medical Center, make folks happier when they're maybe in a stressful time over there. So I really enjoyed this today, get out in the world and see what's going on, and some folks that are on their own trying to make the patients happier over at the hospital. So great things. Again, thanks to all of our guests today, and especially thanks to the folks at home for joining us on Medicine Meadville, and we'll talk to you next time.